going on, Jerome's beautiful Wednesday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. So, of course, J.J. McCarthy, Adam Thielen, year 2. We're working out in the probably East Burbs. I don't know, Woodbury or something. Definitely not South St. Paul. Anyways, but you got McCarthy working, wearing the alternate white helmet, and they're just talking about stuff and things like, hey, you are the most beloved athlete in the history of the great state of Minnesota. Thank you, Adam. It's good times. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like Thielen will eventually find his way back here. Maybe when he's 40. Who knows? But, McCarthy's definitely making the rounds, throwing and showing. Before he was working with Hawkins and Josh Oliver. Love to see number 9 feeling fine. We just need that Addison and Jefferson throwing video. Maybe some Speedy Naylor. Maybe some Rondale Moore. Maybe some Ty Felton. Who knows? Speaking of Addison, so July 15th, yesterday, was supposed to be the start of Addison's alleged DUI trial. Got pushed. All right, so Kevin Seifert, ESPN, who's not Carl Gershman, who's not. Online records show that Jordan Addison now has a hearing scheduled for Thursday. Not the start of the trial, not jury selection, not voir dire, but just a hearing. I know. I feel like the Addison's lawyer, this is kind of smart. I feel like if you're Addison's lawyer, just trying to delay this, get continuances and get this into training camp, get this into the season, and be like, oh, my client has work issues or something like that. I don't know. I feel like this case is pretty cut and dry, but taking it to the mat, taking it to trial, possibly getting an acquittal, it's the only way that he avoids suspension. Either acquittal or charges dropped, even if they plea bargain. Addison will still get a suspension. That's just the way that the punishments are written with the league. So looking at 3 games, but I don't know. Maybe they'll delay this thing out until oblivion, right? But I guess we'll see. I don't know. Either completely mentally prepared for Addison to have 3 game suspension. They'll go from there. And again, knocking down all the wood this offseason. Been pretty good. No speeding, no alleged DUIs on a very busy off ramp. So hopefully he's learned. Hopefully we're good to go. Also, I don't know. Like this hurts. This hurts my back. This hurts my teeth. This hurts everything right here. So Brian, the real deal O'Neal, the most underrated right tackle in the game, wearing the new Radicals hat. Don't let go. You got the music in you. But O'Neal. So O'Neal's like 6'5", 6'6", like 310. Can we get homeboy a longer putter like one time? I mean, this is probably my size putter, but. He's out here, and this is just bad. I know this is common for putts because I like to be lower to the ground when putting, and I tried one of those putters that have extended and you put in the chest and then you like pendulum swing. Wasn't a fan. No, but do you ever see this? So I catch myself doing this too because I got lousy posture, and I catch myself just trying to sit up straight and all that stuff, but. You see people that aren't old, maybe like 20s, 30s, but you can already tell that when they get older, they're going to have the hunch. I don't know. But this, no bueno. Well, hopefully he won't be golfing anytime soon. Hopefully he won't be in like Hawaii or Mexico golfing in February, early February. That'll be good to go. Yeah, C.J. Ham out there, footwork with the NFL's best fullback, and even though C.J. Ham that's a little bit older, no, that's dry brining. So we're tenderizing this. Where C.J. Ham, I feel like he needs to be involved in the offense more. Obviously, he's a great team player, he's a great team leader, great on special teams. But if you want to get back to run the football, which the Vikings allegedly do, we need the hammer. We need the absolute hammer, man. Also, let's take this a step further. So obviously. You have Jordan Mason, who's got a little bit of thump in the backfield, man. But C.J. Ham rushed for like 5 bajillion yards at Augustana. Go Vikings. That's how you knew that it was going to be good to go because he was a tailback back in the day. Then they added weight to him, made him fullback, kind of like Zach Line back in the day too, out of SMU. That's right. But so this offensive line, Darisaw Jackson, Kelly Fries, O'Neal, and then I don't know, put Walter Rouse at fullback. Why the hell not? Because for all the trick plays that all the other teams have busted out over the years, we haven't really had any. Like, I know that Kevin O'Connell's like, it's a wide receiver pass. I'll never see it coming. That's literally all you do. for trick plays. But because I remember when, I think it was Shermer, who put Linval Joseph at fullback. Pretty sure it was the game in Detroit. And a Vikings fan was just like, oh my God. It's just like we saw the Ark of the Covenant. Our faces were like melting and stuff. It's like, oh my God, this is so great. Literally all is doing what a lot of teams do. Put your nose tackle at fullback and get after things. It's like J.J. Pegues at Ole Miss. Come on, man. What are we talking about? Either way, give the ball to C.J. Ham. Good things tend to happen, right? Also, Diamond Dallas Turner, year 1 to year 2. Don't see a change. I don't know. He looks $240,000 lighter, but I don't know. Hopefully, Diamond Dallas Turner gets some of his money back. Hopefully, not speaking from knowledge here, but I feel like this is an inside job. We've been watching a lot of true crime podcasts lately, or true crime like TV shows lately, and I feel like this is an inside job. I don't know. We'll see. Also, how you sending money to Food Truck LLC? Come on. I don't know. But Diamond Dallas Turner year 2 is gonna be good. Plus, we don't talk about this enough. Like Turner's definitely brought back the mustache. You used to see that a lot in like the 80s, like 70s, 80s. Your players, whether it was the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, they had the pencil mustache. We need to bring that back. I'm glad he's out here doing the Lord's work. That's right, baby. Also, speaking of Lord's work, these Bucks throwbacks are going to be great, baby. So the vanilla creamsicle, good to go. Look at Bucky Irving. Oh, thank heaven for number 7, former Golden Gopher. Also, I realized something. I'm not really a fan of the Gophers. I guess I am by geographical default, but I just hate the Badgers and the Hawkeyes. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Anyways, also announced yesterday the soon-to-be San Diego Supercharged. They're moving back. Come on. They announced like 17 bajillion new uniforms. Where I feel like since the Chargers are the AFC Vikings, every single year they come out with different uniform combinations. Like, oh, these are great. Ignore the fact that we can't win anything. Yeah. They're the Vikings with good weather. But apparently week 8, they are going to be wearing their Navy throwbacks, which are good. And also apparently I killed off LaDainian Tomlinson yesterday, saying RIP. No, it's Schottenheimer, Marty Schottenheimer, rest in power, as well as Junior Seau, rest in power. I just listened to both their books, coincidentally enough, and Junior's story is really sad, man. Schottenheimer was a great family man, obviously evidenced by son Brian, and really was a us against the world mentality. And he was stubborn, but sometimes it's good to be stubborn. Right? Marty doesn't get the credit for being a great head coach because he never won a Super Bowl, but everywhere he went, he got the best out of his team, including with the UFL. He won a championship with the Virginia Destroyers in the UFL. I remember very stupid things. So ideally, 60 years from now, when they bury me, or I want to be cremated, but except for my brain, like they should donate my brain to science, because I remember the stupidest things. Like, oh, Marty Schottenheimer won a championship with the Virginia. It's not the Squires, Virginia Destroyers. Yeah, because their logo was a boat. But ask me like when my 3rd kid's birthday is. I'm pretty sure it's February. Yeah. Anyways, also Justin freaking Jefferson. So Under Armour event. JJ's making the sponsor rounds. Was at Oakley a couple days ago. Now at a UA event. Also, they need to market him harder. Like honestly, they should adopt Justin Jefferson and Under Armour the way that Nike adopted Michael Jordan back in 1980, in the mid 80s. I should do that. Yeah. But also Nick Emmanwari looking stacked. I like him, man. I liked Emmanwari in the draft, but I understand. Cam Ward's in that mix too. It's gonna be good. But Jefferson just has an aura about him, where all these other players are great, but there's just something magnetic about Jets. We'll work it out. Yeah. Speaking of receivers getting paid, Scary Terry McLaurin, he wants to get paid. Right? I made an appearance with one of the team's charitable foundations, but Basically just like, I want to be here. I want to make that abundantly clear, but I'm not happy with the contract. Basically what it is. So basically he ceded all of his leverage. Just say, pay me. Okay. Commanders receiver Terry McLaurin said he's frustrated and disappointed with the lack of progress toward a contract extension. Now, Terry already got his second contract, and Terry McLaurin, he's a stud, man. Six straight 1,000-yard seasons, 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons, whatever. The pride of the Ohio State University, 13 touchdowns last year. Really synced up with Jane Daniels. And I feel like he's number one in Washington. I'm not sure if he would be number one in a lot of other spots, but he's perfectly tailored for what Jaden wants to do on offense, and I think that fits. But I understand he's heading into a contract year. Market-wise, he's underpaid, but I don't know. Like, he does turn 30 in September, and if you're Washington, like, do you want to do a multi-year, $3-4 million, 3-4 year, $25 million deal, $30 million deal for with Terry McLaurin? I don't know. Like, I've just bringing this always back to us. This kind of seems like a Greg Jennings situation. When he left the Packers to join the Vikings, he's either 29 or just turned 30. And he signed that lucrative contract, played a year, right? Could be that. But something to watch for, because I feel like this price point will have an effect on Jordan Addison if the Vikings want to extend him long term. So we'll see. Probably can't work this out, but I was like, can we get Scary Terry here with the Vikings? Why not? Full on 3 deep? Probably won't work out. It's okay. But I want Scary Terry to get paid, mainly because it would eat up Washington's cap, and they might be a problem in the NFC for a couple years, but big props to him. Like, Scary Terry is one of the more underrated receivers in the league for a long time. Also, getting paid. How does this affect Mekhi Blackmon's extension with the Vikings? Rap sheet. The Jets and All-Pro cornerback Sauce Gardner have agreed to terms on a massive new extension, making him the highest-paid cornerback in NFL history per the insiders. It's a 4-year, $120.4 million deal, $30.1 million per year, done by Vayner Sports. Hey, AJ, Vayner Sports, let's go, man. But Sauce, I have plans. Like, hey, extension doesn't get done. They don't appreciate you in New York. But, of course, Aaron Glenn, new head coach, like, he knows all about cornerbacks. So it does make sense to keep Sauce in the fold. He's an elite talent. I know he had a down year last year, but him, Surtain, Horn, I mean, the league's in pretty good hands for tier 1 cornerbacks. So he got paid. I'm not going to trade for him at the deadline. I guess that's it. Dream is dead. Yeah. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings news dump this beautiful, glorious Wednesday. You guys are the best to do. Skol, production value.